It's Monday. It's morning.
And sheesharoni and cheese. It's macabre.
You've got the coolest intros, I'll admit it.
Listen,
I would have put this to a listener poll, but I already know the answer, and that's that Scones has the best intros.
people are swarming. They just follow me around and just fucking make t-shirts
Dude.
off of the shit I say.
You got swarming Mormons?
I got swarming Mormons, and I'm like, Elder John, please stop following me. And he's like, can I put that on a t-shirt?
He's like, let me ask one of my 4 wives.
And
My dear boy.
next thing you know, every kid in Utah is wearing an Elder John, please stop following me t-shirt.
Have you watched this like Be Kind
Rewind? Yes, the Jack Black and Mos Def.
Let's talk about Mos
Great
Def, Jack
movie.
Black. Great movie. 2002 or something like that.
Nothing plus nothing makes nothing. Do-do-do-do.
No, it's like a Netflix documentary about. It's not Mormons per se. It's
Yeah, it just
the
came out.
Church
It's
of
about
Latter-
like
yeah,
how
yeah, yeah.
a bunch of women were fooled into thinking that that's okay.
I don't. Yeah,
Their
yeah, I
lives were
guess-
fine. It's
yeah.
just Kimmy Schmidt,
That's-
but like real.
Oh no! Yeah, I mean yes, but no. Nothing
Unbreakable.
plus nothing in that.
That was in. I don't know if that's in the movie, but it's in the trailer for Be Kind Rewind.
That's so weird that you know the trailer music.
Yes,
for
and I know that
a
specifically
Mos
because
Def vehicle.
I used to have a VHS or a DVD where it played. Do you remember back when DVDs had like trailers at the beginning?
DVDs?
Like real
Yeah.
old cheap DVDs.
I mean, I think that was the case for many things. I've been watching like Disney VHSs, and those have like 25 minutes of like previews.
Right. Yeah. So it was a preview to something I owned, but I don't recall what. So I've seen that trailer many times.
Was it Hillary Duff,
No, I don't have a Hillary Duff DVD.
Lizzie McGuire, like Cadet Kelly or Lizzie McGuire?
No, I don't have any of Hillary Duff's illustrious not discography. I don't have any of her IMDb page in my home,
A vinyl
unfortunately.
of What Dreams Are Made of, perhaps?
Ooh, if just a 45, it's just that.
Yeah, it's just the one. It's on repeat.
That would be kind of
Scones
sick.
comes home.
Do you think that
Scones
exists?
comes home from a long day at work. He sits down with a scotch. And he puts the needle on the record.
Hillary Duff 45.
And it's just, this is what dreams are made of.
Hillary Duff. Okay, that doesn't look. Hillary Duff.
There's
vinyl
not going to
for
be a
sale.
vinyl record version
Yes, there
of that.
is, dude.
No.
Oh no, not that.
way.
She has 3
Okay,
other
yes.
albums on vinyl.
Okay, that's the fact that she has 3 albums is preposterous, but
She has Hillary Duff Limited, Hillary
All
Duff
right.
Dignity, and Most Wanted. I heard 3 albums in there.
and Mos Def.
And Most Def.
Lizzie
and a Christmas
McGuire-
album where the vinyl is red.
Ooh, Hachi Chachi. A red Christmas vinyl.
Oh,
Red
man.
Christmas
People
vinyl.
are sitting at their podcast sweating that this episode's going to
Sitting
be like
at their
last one.
podcast machines.
Yes,
yeah,
they're
they're sitting
cranking it
inside their
up.
podcast/suicide booths, and they're
And they're like, this is going to be another best episode. Oh, I got to take my sweatshirt off.
and
It's
they're
hot as
like,
fuck.
is this going to be another best episode ever? So I can keep the suicide booth action off.
It's all this lava.
Yeah, you're getting sweaty from the lovey dovey.
I swear, it's closer and closer every time, this lava.
It's slowly. I mean, the floor. Okay, it's we don't have to say that the floor is lava because we all know that. But the everything, the walls are starting to ooze lava. It's getting real lava.
It's more lava-y than I'm comfortable with, and I'm thinking about bringing that up next time our contracts are under discussion.
You know what's funny is
Yes.
I keep making the joke lava. I hardly know her, and the Sling and Dingers executives come down, slap their knees, and then pull the lava back a little bit. So I think I'm like gaining their
Yeah, I think
trust
that means
through
focus
humor.
groups will love it.
Yeah, anytime we say something that the focus groups seem to like, the lava recedes a little bit. So like we're really trying to.
Whatever the podcast equivalent of Nielsen ratings are coming back illustrious.
Yeah. We're let's just say we're like old school radio hosts / TV.
TV
Weren't
daddies.
those like TV daddies? Weren't those like put into the cable boxes, right, or something like that? Isn't that how they got the
Nielsen's?
ratings?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
You were like chosen. Now I think it's just a survey because
I was
I was
chosen?
chosen last year.
You were chosen.
It was
Shut up.
amazing. I had to fill out a little thing, and it was like, "What's your favorite television show?"
An owl dropped a letter down your chimney.
Yeah, and then he
Harry Potter style.
Yeah, and then he came in the front door, and he was like, "Hey, you!"
And guys, not to brag, little humble brag real quick. I read
Ooh.
the first book that I've read in a million years
Yes.
last week, and it was the first Harry Potter, so I'm basically like a super reader.
Hell yeah, dude!
So now I'm on The Shining. I literally dropped Harry Potter #1.
Knowing
Picked up The Shining.
Yeah, that's the natural discourse.
Yeah, that's the second one, right? Harry Potter and The Shining.
Did all of J.K. Rowling's like last minute or like looking back changes to everything? Did all of it make sense? Was it there all along?
Listen, here's what I will say about the first Harry Potter book. Huh? No, it's so much sillier than I remember.
Privet Drive.
Ickle Diddykins.
Professor Hardcastle McCormick.
All right, Scones, we're at 5 minutes and 45 seconds, so we've actually...
Hell yeah, dude. Enough with this shit.
Enough with this dumb shit.
I'm the macabarista today, and I'm serving
Scones
up
is bringing us
cappuccino.
A cap of cheens.
I got a bunch of jeans, baby.
He's got jeans.
Fucking 501s in here. Some fucking Levi's.
Levi. Go sift for some gold, my dear boy.
Today we're going to be talking about the mystery of the Chicago Tylenol murders.
Chicago Tylenol murders?
Yup. Banned.
Slick your hair back and
let those diggers fly.
Let those dillies fly.
Oh, dillies.
And go ahead, band. Nothing plus nothing is nothing.
So
spooky skeleton band playing music.
So anyway,
talk about Tylenol.
Yeah, we got an article from a little website called allthat'sinteresting.com.
What is it?
Allthat'sinteresting.com. And it's
one more time.
Allthat'sinteresting.com. And
thank you so much. Backwards? Can you say it backwards?
Nimach mood up. We got an article by Katie Serena.
Katie Serena.
Also known as Anariaska Iktak. Anyway.
If you play all of our podcasts in a row backwards, it's actually...
John S. Dad?
Yeah, exactly.
In September 1982, 7 people were killed after taking Tylenol capsules laced with cyanide.
Was this on purpose? Give me the scoop right now.
Is this a new party drug? No. Though a massive recall and investigation were launched, the perpetrator was never found.
It was Bear.
Bear? Like in the Big Blue House?
I was thinking like aspirin. Like as a competitor.
Oh. That would be...
I wish.
I would also kind of believe that.
Yeah.
Like a drug company doing something nefarious?
If you're telling me the guy who invented Bear in the Big Blue House wasn't on some drugs, you a liar.
Dude.
He's like, yeah, it's a bear. He lives in a house, but get this. His shadow's name is Luna, and she just, like, is alive.
And the television networks were like, all right, add alliteration, and we'll buy him.
Yeah, exactly. What color was the house again?
Red. No, that'll never work.
He saw them look at each other funny when he said red, so he's like, I meant blue.
It's actually a modest-sized red house, and they're like, no, that'll never do.
They're like, no one can afford that these days.
That's what we'll never do. In 1982, Chicago experienced a wave of unexplained deaths in gruesome case that's now known as the Tylenol murders. 7 people ranging in age from 12 to 35 had died suddenly. Which, cool. I'm 12 to 35.
Wait. Let me, hold on. Plus, carry the 1. Yep. I am too.
The only thing. All 7 had...
I'm 13.
What?
I'm 13.
What?
Sports. Hi, I'm 13, Darce.
Wow.
I'm 13-year-old Darce for the rest of this episode.
Oh my gosh, it's like a weird time loop.
Hi. Hey, guys.
Darce, dude.
Who wants to be an altar boy in church? I do.
Do you have any questions for your older self? Wait, what was that last part? You're going to want to quit doing that ASAP, first of all.
I don't know. It's pretty cool. I wear a dress.
But there's other ways to... Never mind. Do you have any questions for yourself?
Yeah. What's the coolest way to wear a baseball hat when you're older?
Oh, as an adult, you almost never wear a baseball hat. You will not wear a baseball hat.
But I wear mine to the side.
Yeah, well, life comes at you fast, kid.
Go Astros! I was a huge Astros fan.
Were you really?
No.
Because I got more bad news for your younger self in the future.
Diamondbacks rule.
Even worse. 7 people ranging in age from. Sorry, I already said that. The only thing that all 7 people who were killed had in common, they had all taken the popular over-the-counter painkiller Tylenol. Darce, when's the last time you took Tylenol?
I gave my daughter Tylenol like yesterday.
Nice, dude.
Like, obviously, I'll preface this by saying, yes, the children's dosage. I was not just like, yo, you want to have some crazy dreams right now?
We'll rip in this and watch Pan's Labyrinth. You ready? Anyway. Darce, when's the last time you took Tylenol?
Oh, last time I took Tylenol? Like when I was like 13.
Oh, man. You just missed. Hey. Oh, wait. 13-year-old Darce, you're still here.
Yeah. Hey, guys.
When's the last time you took Tylenol?
13.
So
my voice is different.
So recently,
more
yeah, you're froggish.
I think it's finally breaking.
Wow. I'm witnessing puberty.
Yeah, what's up, guys?
Wow. 14-year-old Darce.
14-year-old Darce, hey, baby. Looking to smooch a cactus.
Yeah, that sounds like a 14-year-old.
No pain, no gain.
Anyway, an investigation soon revealed
my...
that the victims' Tylenol had all been laced with cyanide.
But cyanide?
Yes, cyanide.
I hardly know her.
But how the poison made it into the bottles remains unsolved to this day.
I bet a person did it. Case closed.
Well, it is pretty scary, too, if it's got that seal, and it's like, I believe that the package was sealed.
Yeah,
it must be okay.
That's just something where you're just like, dude, like, that could be like anyone. Like, how do you, there's no way to prevent it. Like, I had a bowl of Lucky Charms today. The fucking rainbows could have just been covered in anthrax, and I would have just been like, yep. Well,
like, the bag was closed.
Yeah, how was I supposed to know, baby?
And all the people at the factory must be outstanding
Super
people.
Chill. I found a worm in my soup.
In the early morning of September.
That was 13.
Was it doing the backstroke?
Silly.
In the early morning of September 29th, 12-year-old Mary Kellerman woke up feeling too sick to go to school. She took a capsule of extra-strength Tylenol. I heard her go into the bathroom. I heard the door close, then I heard something drop, Kellerman's father later recalled. I opened the bathroom door and my little girl was on the floor unconscious. She would die in her home 4 hours within... Sorry. She would die in her home within 4 hours of taking the over-the-counter medicine. Meanwhile,
that's so sad.
A 27-year-old postal worker named Adam Janis was rushed to the hospital where he ultimately died from unknown causes. He too had taken Tylenol earlier that day. The deaths continued. Shortly after Janis's funeral, his brother and sister-in-law died suddenly too.
I like how you're like, hey, Darce's entire family's been sick for weeks. Let's do the Tylenol episode this time.
Honestly, if
be honest with me,
my
baby.
brain worked remotely closer to not just being like, what's the new mystery? Like,
I don't.
It's crazy.
Spooky.
What will give Darth nightmares?
Yeah, what'll make me scared?
Yeah, and this is crazy because I took Tylenol on Saturday. I was on a ferry boat ride, and I was
on a bender.
No, I was on a ferry, and I ripped some Tylenol and ate a whole bag of pizza goldfish, and then drank some Narragansett beer. It was a bad day that ended A-okay.
Yeah, that's a Providence A+.
Wow, there's a massive rainbow outside my window. Oh
all
my
the way
gosh.
Across the sky?
Yeah.
Wow. Scones, did you take Tylenol earlier today, by any chance?
Oh, I wish.
Okay,
hold on, I have to get a picture of the rainbow.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, you out there? Hold on, let me tell them. Hey, guys.
Hey, take a picture with me. Well, guys, Scones is taking a picture of a rainbow instead of recording, which is, to be expected.
Already grammed it. I've been informed that a producer in studio already photo and grammed the rainbow, so this is my last podcast.
Oh, sheesh.
I'll be quitting and leaving into the... Keep going.
Oh, jinkies, Scoob. Oh, yeah.
These are good.
Papa.
We can chop these all up and put them in later.
Yeah, I'm just going to make a soundboard. Bree.
We can do prank phone calls with these.
Oh, dude, we should do prank phone calls.
Dude, my brother sent me... I have an obsession with Arnold Schwarzenegger soundboard prank phone calls.
Always
They're
good.
So fucking funny.
Who's your daddy? That's always in there.
The one where he just calls churches and he just goes, I'd like to talk to you about Thomas Aquinas. And they go, it's like some priest just goes on and he's like, yeah. It's It's so good.
Oh man, that was funny to 13-year-old Darce and present day Darce.
Yeah, that shit just slaps.
Yeah, in Call of Duty.
That still exists too, 13-year-old Dars.
What?
Yeah, it's basically the game you're playing, but they just kind of turn up the graphics a little bit.
That's sick. Does that mean like you're like on Call of Duty 4, 5, 6?
I don't even fucking know. If you ask me right now what the latest Call of Duty is, I would have no goddamn idea.
What's the newest Xbox?
I don't even know the name of that either.
Oh, you don't know anything, dum-dum.
Sure don't. Over the next few days, 3 women died mysteriously. Their causes of death... What?
I was going to say not so mysterious because we know now, but...
Their causes of death almost identical to those in the Janus family and that of Mary Kellerman.
Sheesh.
Police soon realized the one thing that all 7 deaths had in common. All of the victims had taken Tylenol capsules. 2 half shells filled with powdered acetaminophen.
The only thing I know about half shells are the heroes in the half shells.
Turtle power. But how could these painkillers...
Was there too much turtle power in the turtle?
There was way too much turtle power. No. But... They all wanted pizza and then they were dead. But how could these...
rolled up and just smacked him in the head.
The Mousers and Baxter Stockman. But how could these painkillers have killed them? It's crazy to cut into this. This happened in 1982. This feels like a 30s or like a 20s thing. Or like a 40s.
Yeah, it could be. It's sad that it's like still happening today.
Is it?
I mean, like people are still getting, like, for example, the big like formula shortage that's happening right now because like there's fucked up formula out there that's like causing children to die. Like it's
what is in it? Like it's just like cheap, or it's like someone's putting like fentanyl in it?
No, it's like a live handgun, and when you open the top, it goes off.
A lot of America, they'd probably buy too.
So they're right. I don't know if it's like something about I'm not sure the specifics. I just know that it's been recalled, and now it's really hard to find formula because
that sucks.
#dad alert.
I did know like formula always was like in the bulletproof casing at the store next to like the cigarettes and the batteries.
Yeah, you have to like ask the employee, and they come with their like when you're in Walmart as a kid and you're like, I want to play NBA Street, and they like come over and they unlock the thing with the key. Yeah,
like, yes,
finally.
Tylenol
Stretch
samples.
Monroe.
Tylenol samples were taken from each household, and it was revealed that the bottle at Mary Kellerman's house, as well as the 3 individual women's bottles, had been tainted with the deadly poison cyanide.
Ah, jeez. So this sounds like a somebody did this on purpose.
Well, we'll see. Adam Janus's bottle was tainted as well, and police believe that during the funeral, his brother and sister-in-law unknowingly took capsules from the same exact bottle and would kill both of them.
Oh my god. That's
literally death at a funeral.
Ugh. Could you imagine being their parents?
No.
I can't stop thinking as a father, Scots.
Just ugh.
Yeah, just like...
Do you even have another funeral at that point?
Oh, boy.
Like, if you had a death in the family, and then there was a funeral, and 2 people died at that funeral, do you have that next funeral?
I mean, yeah, but, like, sad.
Yeah, but there has to be a point in the back of your head that you're like, 4 people are going to die at this one.
Oh, true. It's like an exponential until everyone's dead.
Like I don't, Legend. Especially when it was mysterious at that point. Like, they have no idea. People are just dropping dead. They're like, what is happening? Yeah,
they're like, don't look into the sky. Could be the sky.
Yeah, don't go outside, but don't stay inside.
Half in, half out. It's going half in, half out. Top half, bottom half. Where are they going?
I barely understand this question.
Scones, half in, half out. Top half, bottom half. Which way are they going for you? Don't make me...
High top's going top, power's going bottom. As the police investigated the deaths, Tylenol manufacturer Johnson & Johnson issued a nationwide recall of their products, as well as a warning to every hospital and pharmacy in the country using Tylenol, which you have to imagine is probably almost all of them.
I was going to say, that's another thing with recalls. It's like, dude, think of all the places these medicines are. Like, hospitals, everyone's house, every CVS, every, like it's everywhere.
Not to mention, do you think they actually all recall? Like, what if you're in a hospital, like, that doesn't, like, it can't get rid of the Tylenol because it doesn't have anything else, like, to take the place of that time?
Yeah, to have a good time in the break room? I don't know.
Having such a good time.
Nothing blows up.
The company also offered to exchange every capsule of Tylenol purchased by the public with solid pills, which had a much lower risk of contamination. I
would
still
be
wouldn't
like,
take
I'm
it.
never having Tylenol again.
Yes, ever.
At least in capsule form.
A long investigation revealed that the cyanide.
Real quick, Scones.
Yes, please.
Are you one of those people who like, I can't take pills?
No, I take pills easy.
I take pills for fun, recreationally.
Fucking easy mode. I pour sand in first.
Yeah.
And then I take pills.
Yeah. Call it a little diamond in the rough, baby.
Anyway. Wait, what are you? Are you a big pill guy?
I'm a big pill popper.
Big pill
dude.
daddy?
I'm in the pill popping daddies.
Do you need some Fresh Mountain water to wash down those pill daddies?
I get some Baja Blast and some Advil, and I have myself a hell of a weekend, baby.
Yeah, that's just that's just your morning coffee, baby.
Every morning, Baja Blast and Advil on the table.
My bird. A long
down a mountain. Okay, go ahead.
A long investigation revealed that the cyanide contamination had not come from within the Johnson & Johnson facilities because each of their contaminated bottles had come from different suppliers. The
What if
issue
it was Johnson or Johnson who did it?
Which Johnson do you think it would be, first or second? It's got to be second in my mind.
Yeah, he's trying to get to the top.
He's living in the shadow, yeah.
Mm-hmm, makes sense. Figured it out. Next episode.
The issue remained, though, as to where the poison had come from.
Milwaukee. It's always Milwaukee.
Milwaukee, as Alice
Milwaukee
Cooper
Brown.
put it.
Have you
Talk
guys seen
about
the Stranger Things that's
problematic.
shot in Milwaukee? You guys haven't seen the Milwaukee Stranger Things yet? Milwaukee Brown.
If you told me there was like a shitty rapper from Wisconsin named Milwaukee Brown, I'd be like, yup.
Yeah, it's just like a Bucks fan who wanted to make a mixtape. Yeah.
He only wears Giannis Antetokounmpo jerseys.
Only wears yarmulkes, yeah. We both said the same thing.
Ooh. Do you think there's Jewish people in the Milwaukee area? Well, first of all, do you think there's Jewish people at all in the Milwaukee area?
Do you think Jewish people exist?
No, do you think they're...
First of all, I think they're real.
First of
Secondly,
all, there's probably
there's definitely Milwaukee Jewish people.
Probably not a lot, though. That's big wasp country.
Is it hashtag big wasp country?
Yeah, like big wasp country. But
so
anyway.
Milwaukee Brown is probably a wasp.
But anyway, do you think there's... I don't know. I don't even remember where I was going. Police eventually discovered that the bottles of Tylenol must have been purchased by the culprit, contaminated at their home, and then returned to the store shelves where they were bought by the victims. So they had like a bottle sealer and like a little...
I was gonna say, how do you
tape
do
thing?
that? Unless I know that like people are like, oh, you know, I mean, I've seen people like open up Pop-Tarts boxes and manage to like fuck with a Pop-Tart somehow. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, like you gotta assume the next person probably would see it's open and not want it, unless they just don't give a
You'd
fuck.
think, but like I feel like you can do some clever things to like keep I don't know, yeah. You know, like the clearance rack where it's like these have holes in them, so you get them for free, and you're like, I don't want them.
Yeah, they could have.
There's no way they would do that for medicine, though.
I mean,
unless it's just like, hey, it's the 80s, baby. We don't care. Just take it. It's yours. It's free.
At that
Who
point,
cares?
Coke was probably easier to get than Tylenol.
Bro,
knows
10-second rule, brother. Like, yeah, that's true. Cocaine.
Watch Narcos on Netflix. Though the case was...
I thought you said much Narcos.
Cocaine,
much Narcos.
Cocaine, much Narcos on Netflix. two series. Though the case was highly publicized nationwide, police never caught the person responsible. However, there was one suspect initially who had remained the prime suspect ever since. A man named James William Lewis.
A man named Joseph Biden.
A man named
We just got like
Joseph
super weirdly
Smith.
like right wing.
Back to the Mormons. No.
Back to the Mormons again. Yup.
So Elder James William Lewis had sent a letter to Johnson & Johnson asking for $1 million if they wanted the poisoning to stop.
That's so stupid.
Pretty
what a like cartoonish villain.
Yeah,
idea.
he was gonna tie both Johnson and Johnson to the train tracks.
Yeah, exactly. He's literally like, if you don't give me $1 million, the poisonings will continue. And you're like, dude, you really think that this is gonna work? Like a huge company? Exactly. It's like, what?
He was later convicted of extortion and served 13 years of a 20-year
Yeah, what a
sentence.
absolute
Wow,
dingbat.
I didn't know you could do 20 years for that.
I would think so.
That's a
You
long
can't.
time, brother.
Well, yeah, he said, I'm going to kill more people. I'm going to kill people unless you give me $1 million. He should
Right,
go
but
away
he
for.
wasn't convicted of that, though. He was
Didn't you say-
convicted of extortion, so he was
Well,
not
isn't the-
convicted of the murders.
No, I know, but still, you can't like write somebody and say that, and people will be like, yeah, he could be out and about like that. I wouldn't want someone who's doing that shit to
No.
be around.
I agree with you. I was just surprised by the 20 years.
What would you give him, Scones? Judge Scones presiding?
Who? Well, I'd have to know
I'm the
his
bailiff.
mental health history. I'd have to know if he has any priors.
You're not allowed to do that. This is America. You got to just be like,
All right, then shoot him with that on the spot. 20 years of my tax dollars? No, thank you.
All right, we're gonna put 3 Tylenol tablets in front of you. One of them's poisoned. You got to take it, and then the Lord will
like
decide.
a weird, like hellish, ironic situation.
Like a Russian roulette, but in the courtroom, and everyone gets to watch and make bets.
Ooh,
Judge Judy.
this is like a
Extreme.
weird, like Netflix.
It's a Spike
show.
TV version of Judge Judy.
Oh, I was thinking like one of the Netflix like dystopian shows that come out, like
Oh,
Squid
yeah, where-
Games or like that
Squid
new
Game?
one where you're in a jail and you're on a
I
different
don't know
level.
this one.
So basically, you're in a prison.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Yeah.
You're in a prison and there's levels and there's an elevator that goes down. And at the top floor, the elevator has a shit ton of food on it. So based on how much the people at the top steal the food, is like the people at the bottom can starve.
Is
And
this
so
a
the,
scripted show?
Yeah, it's like a dystopian like drama.
Gotcha.
So the guy starts in the middle,
There's like
and
a,
then, like, if
a
you go
cooking show
down-
that's the same thing.
but if you go down at the bottom, it's just insanity. Like people are cannibals and like doing crazy shit.
Jesus.
And then up at the
What's
top,
this called?
it's a metaphor for society, brother. Netflix.
It's called Netflix Elevator Show.
Jail
Elevator
movie.
Prison Show. Oh, it's a movie.
It's called The Platform.
Interesting. Guys, today's episode is brought to you by The Platform, only on Netflix.
Yep, and you can ride it down, but you can't go up.
Sounds scary, dude.
Sure is, 13-year-old Darce.
I want to see Jeepers Creepers. It scared me in the theater.
Yeah, are you old enough? Is that
I went to-
PG-13?
I saw it as a trailer came on, and I couldn't watch it, so I went to see Finding Nemo.
It's probably the better choice.
It's a factual
I don't think you
recollection
can
in
buy
my
a
memory.
ticket anyway.
That happened. That's real life.
Too real.
Yeah, my family went to see some movie. I forget what, but the trailer for Jeepers Creepers came on, and I ran out of the fucking theater, and my grandfather took me to Finding Nemo instead. I wasn't 13. I was like probably 8 or 9, but
That
still.
makes more sense.
Yeah, I was not 13. If I was
mean,
13 and did that, I
Jeepers Creepers would still definitely scare a 13-year-old, but I don't think you'd run out.
no, I wouldn't run out crying and want to see Finding Nemo.
Anyway,
Anyway,
James William Lewis has denied all responsibility for the killings ever since his release from prison, even though the Department of Justice investigators maintain that he is still most likely the culprit.
pop off, James.
Uh,
Yeah, that's. I mean, the guy who writes in being like, "Give me the money. I did this."
give me the
sounds-
money. I did it.
I did it. Give me the money.
Ooh, Darts, we're gonna have some of our questions, our questions
What?
that we asked revealed here. Here we go.
Oh,
Though the culprit involved in the Chicago Tylenol murders was never caught, the deaths and subsequent investigation sparked a huge change in the manufacturing and packaging of Tylenol. The capsules were reintroduced, but so were solid pills that were much harder to contaminate, along with new tamper-proof packages.
There you go. So they didn't have the tamper-proof packaging, which seems
That's
like.
what I'm guessing. It
a
all
number
happened because of
one.
this.
Wouldn't you think that tamper-proof packaging would have been like, "Hey, let's make sure that nobody can poison our shit."
In drugs, at a time that America was like more plagued by drugs than ever, you'd think.
Right. there was a literal war on them, if I recall correctly.
And the drugs won.
And
they
the drugs
won
won the war.
hard.
Yeah,
it was
drugs.
a landslide.
It was napalm all over the place.
They are
for
still
not
dancing
drugs.
on the graves of Dare.
Drugs and dude. Dare. Did you guys have any interesting speakers you remember when you were in like middle school, elementary school about like drugs?
No, it was just our resource officer who was also a quote unquote Dare officer. We had Chris Herron in high school come talk to us about.
Chris Herron? The name's familiar.
He was a basketball player from
Mm.
Fall River, Massachusetts, kid.
Fall River kid.
And he went to UMass and he played there, and then he did a bunch of heroin, but he was still wicked good at basketball, even though he was high on heroin.
Yeah, dude.
And like even in his documentary, his 30 for 30, like they're like, yeah, he shot up and he went out and scored 40 points. And they're like,
That's
what?
so dope.
And then he got drafted by the Celtics.
Hell yeah.
And then, his career didn't last long because of the heroin. And now he goes around. He had a documentary. Now he goes around to high schools telling everyone.
I would love.
Like, Yo, I was at
if he went
Dunkin'
around-
Donuts. I was dead for 30 minutes, homeboy.
I would love it if he just showed up at places. He's like, "Yo, don't play basketball. It'll ruin your heroin career."
The same story, because I only know he tells this everywhere because once in the documentary, I heard it in real life. And then my cousin also had this part, but he talks about like, how he passed out at a Dunkin' Donuts with his kid in the back seat. And someone wakes him up and is like, an EMT wakes him up and is like, yo, homeboy, you've been dead for 30 seconds. And he
It's
just
most
drops
Boston
that.
EMT ever.
Yeah.
Hey, you've been dead for 30 seconds. Move your fucking car, kid.
Try to get to the drive-thru.
try to get dunks, bro.
Though the culprit involved in the Chicago Tylenol murders. Oh, no. We already
No.
read that part. Hey!
Yeah.
Johnson & Johnson also established a relationship with the Federal Bureau of Investigation and the Food and Drug Administration. So pretty good stuff came out of this. Unfortunately, it had to happen for common sense things like drugs to have to go through the Food and Drug Administration.
Yeah, you'd think that would be the number one thing they went through.
In addition to new tamper-proof seals, tampering itself is now made illegal. This resulted in one individual being sentenced to 90 years in prison for a copycat crime of the Tylenol murder.
Good. Fuck you.
90 years is a long time. That's basically life.
90 years later. All right, here's your stuff.
If you get 90 years, are you trying to ride that out, or are you just like, this is basically a life sentence, fuck it?
I mean, how are you 1 year old when you get arrested?
No. Say like you're like 15.
Yeah,
so
you're
you
fucked.
could hit 105.
Well, okay, but to be fair,
with
with good behavior, you could get out when you're like 75.
and when you're an old man, I think they'll let you out anyway if you're like not fit to be in prison.
If you're like wilding too hard and party rocking.
Well, you always hear about like mob bosses getting out when they're like in their 80s and have like heart problems.
Which is so stupid. Because, like, a mob boss can still be like, hey, Johnny,
Go kill that guy.
Go give that guy a kiss for me.
Yeah, ordering kisses.
Yeah, give him a sloppy one for me.
So there I was in Federal Hill, and he ordered the kiss.
Said I had to rotate my tongue around in there.
And there it was. Bobby Tutulicini went over and kissed every boy in school. The mob
No, I
ran
think
Providence.
At that point... At that point, I feel like you're just used as a tool in jail to kill other gang members from other like gangs and stuff.
Yeah, I think I'm just like ripping cigs and like living to die at that point.
No, I feel like you just become like super religious and read books. I imagine.
Or you're like the guy. You're the guy who gets other people like ramen in like
You're like
jail.
I feel like you become the Morgan Freeman character, where you're like, you've been in here for
Red?
a million years. Yeah, Red.
Did you know his name was Red because he was a red-headed Irish guy in the book?
Is that true?
Yes, it is.
Stephen King.
And then they were making the movie, and they're like, "Hey, Stephen King didn't put any diversity in this.
Yes, we're gonna slap in old.
And we're gonna slap in one of the best actors ever. Probably the
Shout
right move.
out. Scones, give me your best Morgan Freeman impression, dude.
Who?
Give me your best Andy Dufresne said as
Jim
Morgan Freeman.
Carrey, stop talking to me. I'm not God.
Whoa, wait, hold on. Morgan Freeman, are you here?
Oh,
Are you
look
with
at these
Sco- Oh my
penguins.
God.
Look at these penguins slide.
He always says ho ho like that.
Oh.
There, that is Morgan Freeman.
Hey, James
Wow.
McAvoy, I want you to shoot this gun real good.
He says all his famous lines. That's all his dialogue in real life is.
I think
give me a
I
line.
was in 7. I don't remember though.
Give me a line from the Magician's movie.
Now you see him. Rabbit.
Ratatouille.
Wait, what magician movie is he in?
Yeah, now you see me.
He's in that?
Yes.
Dude, are you mixing him up with Woody Harrelson?
He's also in that.
Are you mixing him up with
with James Franco's brother?
Oh, I was gonna say Mark
Oh
Zuckerberg.
no, yeah. I was gonna say, yeah, Morgan Freeman. He's Are you mixing him up with Michael Caine or Mark Ruffalo? Do you do a Michael Caine by any chance, Scones?
Yeah, Michael Caine. Always,
All right, wait,
always.
hold on. That one sounds way more like like Michael Caine than your Morgan Freeman did of Morgan Freeman.
I disagree.
I guess you're right.
But that's for the suits in Washington to decide.
Amen, brother. Now, is there anything else to this Tylenol murders, or have we hit the?
Well, basically, though the initial response to the scare was to stop purchasing Tylenol, Johnson & Johnson quickly turned the scare into a rebranding. And the company's response was widely heralded.
No death anymore.
Tylenol now helps.
Tylenol, less poison, more medicine.
The company's, well, hey, isn't all medicine just poison in the right dosage?
I guess it depends the cell you ask.
My what?
The cell that you ask.
That's right, the cellulite on my ass. And the
cellulite on that fat cottage cheese
Oh
booty.
my God. Anyways, the company's response...
Andy Dufresne. Andy Dufresne had a cottage cheese.
Look at those penguins! And the company's response was widely heralded as one of the best responses to a corporate crisis ever. Indeed, just
Oops, our bad.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Indeed, just a few months after the horrific deaths, Johnson & Johnson's stock price would soar past where it had been before the scare even happened.
Dude, it was all a ploy.
That's what I'm thinking. Inside job.
You think Johnson & Johnson got together one day and they're like, Johnson. He's like, yes, Johnson. And he's like, Johnson, we need to come up with a new medicine to poison everyone, Johnson, so we can get our stock prices higher, Johnson.
No, so I think second Johnson, Power Bottom Johnson, he was like, he put in the poison because he wanted to kill High Top Johnson. And then so High Top Johnson was like, I got to clean up your mess. And then he ended up making the whole thing into a big old Johnson fest. And they... And the Johnsons were looking better than ever.
Dude, fun Johnson fact. Power Bottom Johnson changed his name from to Power Bottom Johnson so that he would be stopped associating with PB&J.
Ooh, because that is tough, especially if High Top Johnson is like making fun of him at the office. Does Johnson & Johnson make peanut butter?
Yeah, it's Chunky, so they called him Chunky, and he felt fat.
That's tough.
He's like, that's embarrassing. I'm gonna call myself a new PB word, Power Bottom.
I googled Johnson & Johnson peanut butter, and all I got was Dwayne Johnson's daughter Jasmine pranks her dad.
Let's play the entire audio from that clip.
I think it's probably one of those classic peanut butter cans that you open and a snake shoots out and hits you in the eye and blinds you for life.
Yeah. That's how it always goes. It's 100% blind rate.
And The Rock was like, ha ha! Thanks, everybody. Check out that Morgan Freeman movie with the penguins.
What a world.
All right, we're going to get the hell out of here. So thanks for listening to this.
Scones. Guys, thanks for listening to another episode of Monday Morning Macabre. Hope you guys enjoyed it. 13-year-old Darce, thanks for coming. Thanks, guys. Go Diamondbacks.
Yep, go Diamondbacks.
Go Diamondbacks, guys. Check out our socials, Monday Morning Macabre on Instagram, MMMacabrePod on Twitter, and MondayMorningMacabre.com for merch and Patreon information if you want like an entire season's worth or more of content.
We know you
do. Patreon, because we know you want to hear more of this silly illy dilly.
Come on, hear that dilly silly hilly.
Slap your dillies and call us uncle because it's Monday Morning Macabre. And as always, have a good Monday, guys.
Have a good Monday. Oh wait, Patreon listeners, we know we've been slacking on you.
Yes.
You have buttloads of tent coming your way.
You got buckets of tent, baby. We've been stockpiling it, and it's coming. Yeah, we've been living hard out in the streets. So we'll get it. Don't worry. Don't you worry.
Just get it.
And have a good Monday. Goodbye.
Bye.